Hey my loves, welcome back for another video. If you're tuning in for the first time, I'm Ashley and today we're going to be slaying this gorgeous wet and wavy bob lace wig. She comes courtesy of the company Geniuswigs, and this is how we're starting. Babe calls these my pop smoke braids. May he rest in peace. But I'm going to leave these in for a couple of weeks and hopefully just give my hair a break. This is the wig itself in its natural state. I did co-wash it for sanitation reasons off camera and I allowed it to air dry, so it has a really nice natural texture. Again, this one is wet and wavy, but when you do straighten it out, it will be like a Yaki straight texture, which they have pictures on their website. This is what the inside construction of the cap looks like. So for my own personal hair, I'm going to go ahead and just beehive it or just make it look as flat as possible. I did do my braids a little bit crooked because I have a permanent part in the center and I'm trying to get rid of that. So I kind of did my part off center just to help to get rid of that. And then I'm going to go ahead and put on a wig cap. I should go on and make it my complexion by adding a little bit of foundation, but I'll do that another day because I didn't need it today. Now this is the wig itself in its natural state. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love how just even how this looks without even styling it. The actual hair looks beautiful. It's 180% density and it's 14 inches in length. It does come in 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. And if it's too dense for you, you can get it in 130% density or 150. But this combo right here is perfect to me. And this is what it looks like when you pull the hair back. I am going to go ahead and customize. There's tons of lace already, around the hairline. So I'm just going to trim it down some so that I can see. When there's so much lace that you're covering your eyes, it'll be a little bit harder to see as you customize and style. So the next step for me is going to be customizing around the ear. I want the ear to ear and everything to fit perfect. Most wigs are most wigs are one size fits most. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's made so that many people with different sizes and shapes of heads can fit it. So you want to go ahead and cut it down to be one size fits you. You want it to fit your head like a glove, and this is going to help to make sure that it swoops around my ears and cuffs and gloves to my head perfectly, if that makes any sense. And now we're ready to go ahead and customize the hairline. So this is HD transparent lace. I believe it's absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna make it match my skin perfectly in just a moment. They did pre-tint it, so it would be called Pre-Tint Skin Melt HD Transparent Lace. The dimensions of the lace part are 13 by 6, and then the rest is pretty much like sewn on tracks to the wig cap. And this is a swimming wig. They pretty much advertises as a swimming wig, meaning that you can go swimming in it and it's going to still look beautiful. It's going to hold its texture. Obviously, if you go swimming in your wig, make sure it's bonded down correctly. You want to make sure that you have an elastic attached so it just doesn't float away, and you want to make sure that if you're going to bond it down that you have a waterproof bond, which is a whole nother video. So as you guys can see, I'm going in with a nice fresh sharp pair of tweezers, and I'm just kind of breaking up how boxy the hairline looked. It was pre-plucked, but I will show you a side-by-side comparison of what the plucked side looks like and the unplugged side looks like, and it just was a little bit too perfect and uniform. Majority of us have a hairline that is unperfect or imperfect and definitely a little bit thinner than the rest of our hair, so I just kind of want to make it look a little bit more natural in that sense, and I think I did an awesome job and it was very easy to do so. You can also do this on a wig head, which is probably the most recommended option to do, but on the flip side, the advantage of doing it on your head is you can kind of see where you want it to be plucked a little bit more, or kind of the shape of your head so that it can fit directly or match directly. Now I can definitely go in a little bit more, but I like to go in with my electric hot comb, no product added, and just kind of press that out, and that kind of gives me a true visual of what it's gonna look like. And this is the side that I haven't done. You guys see how it's perfectly like boxy. We want to break that up. It is pre-plucked and you can definitely tell the difference, but it made a huge difference just to go in and pluck a little bit. Again, I did not do a whole lot. I could definitely do more, but I just wanted it to make it look less perfect. So we're going to do the other side, and then we're going to go ahead and cut off the lace and install the wig. So as I mentioned, this is HD transparent lace. The downside to this lace is that it never matches my skin perfectly. So if I go ahead and bond this down now, you will see a white cast because it's not tinted brown like my complexion. So I'm just going to add a little bit of foundation along the hairline, and this is going to act as my lace tint. I recommend this over purchasing your own lace tint just because lace tint, the liquid one, for me just runs out so fast. You have to buy it online most of the times, and you can just pretty much use a foundation you probably have at home. Now you guys can see how beautiful and perfect it is now for me now that I've tinted the lace. Literally, it's gonna blend in with my complexion so good. Now let's go ahead and install and work on the baby hair. Sidebar, I have not been loving my baby hair lately. I've been doing these little swoops where each are individual and it just, I don't know, I don't like it as much. So it's like this is naturally how like I do my baby hair, so I need to find a new way to do it. I mean, when you see it in the end, it's gonna come together very nicely and the lace is so fire that everything's gonna come out perfect. But again, I am working on different ways of doing my baby hair just because I love baby hair, but lately I've been doing this little wonky thing and I'm kind of over it. I feel like you know you have bomb lace when you can literally get your part together in one try. When you part in one try and it comes out this good, literally, you know you've picked a winner. Sometimes it just takes forever. You're like parting and you're parting and it seems like it's getting worse instead of better, but this worked out perfectly. I love the fact that you have 6 inches of parting space going back. It definitely helps the wig to look a lot more natural. I've decided to go ahead and do 2 space buns up top and then the rest down, just because I've been doing too many like down, middle parts, side parts, and I kind of just wanted to switch it up a little bit. I did kind of mock or mimic and see how it would look in a half up, half down, like one ponytail up top. And honestly, now that I'm looking back, I wish I'd have did the one ponytail up top instead of the 2. It's gonna come out beautiful, but you guys know how it is after the fact. You're like, why didn't I do this style? So here I am. I added the wax stick, and now I'm gonna go ahead and press out everything in the lace to make it look really neat. Again, we are doing 2 ponytails, so you want to kind of press it out as much as possible so that it kind of gives the growing out of the scalp technique, or makes it seem like it is. I'm gonna do the space buns twice. So the first time I'm gonna put the entire front into 2 ponytails, and I felt like it looked a little bit wiggy, so I went back and took them down and kind of left some hair out around so that you can see more lace, so it has like a scalp like effect. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a moment. Okay, you guys see I kind of repositioned them. I didn't do them perfectly, but you can kind of see a little bit of lace on the opposite side, and also like where the ear is. At first I had the entire front area from like ear to ear up in ponytails, but I kind of parted out some and put it back behind my ear just because it felt, again, a little bit too wiggy. Of course it's a wig, it looks like a wig because it is a wig, but you kind of want to give it a little bit more of a natural effect or illusion. So I'm gonna fix this one too, and you guys can see what I did. I kind of just wanted you to be able to see like lace slash scalp situation. And now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and comb out the baby hair. Again, I haven't been loving my baby hair lately, but one thing I do love is that once it kind of dries and sets, I like to go in and comb it out so that it has more of like a feather effect, and that definitely helped in this situation. Okay, one of the final steps is going to be to add in my concealer along the parting. This has been a favorite step lately. I use the Fenty and I kind of just like dab it in different sections and then blend it all out. And then I take a dry rag and I just kind of like press it in so that it doesn't just sit on top, and it kind of blends it out a little bit. For the end of the hair, you guys already seen, but I did wet it down and add a little bit of mousse all around. Everything I used to complete this look is listed in the description box as always. Love the way it came out. Whenever you straighten this hair, it's going to have that Yaki straight texture, and then you have the wet and wavy for, you know, hot and fun days. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check the links in the description box. They are including the face mask in your packages if you purchase now during the pandemic, and you can also purchase face masks on their website as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, don't forget to subscribe, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Smooches!